Hey up folks, my name is Bryce Foxdon and welcome to episode 18 in our Let's Play Planet Coaster series. So in this episode we're going to be abandoning what we were doing over here. I'm pleased with it so far. I just don't think it's appropriate to continue it on camera just because it's going to get a little boring. I've already done all the pirate stuff and that's going to be a bit more generic. But what we are going to do is we're going to work on a little bit more of the fantasy area over here. I want to put a coaster here and I'm thinking a dueling boomerang coaster. So we're just going to start off with that and it's right there. There we go. We kind of need to line it up with this. Okay, and then we'll do our lift hill. Do you have to actually end this? I did do this once before and I've completely forgotten how they work. So you click that. There we go. Okay, and then it starts to bring us forward again. And this is going to be a really simple coaster because we're going to. It's actually based on a coaster that I used to build way back in Roller Coaster Tycoon, way before I was doing YouTube or anything like that. Super simple coaster, but it should work pretty well. And I really hate that loop. Maybe I'll just go straight into a loop there. See, that's slightly better. Should we do it slightly bigger? We probably need to increase the height of the chain lift over there. That's pretty smooth. And then we'll go up. Like that. Let's do that about half the amount and see. Let's just see how that behaves. Right, so it has captured it and it's going up and now it drops it. Does it get around the loop? It easily gets around the loop and it goes exactly to the top but doesn't actually manage to get back over the loop. Can you do anything with the settings of this? So launch delay. Okay, that's interesting. And target speed. How does that affect it? Let's try it. Nah, it still doesn't make it over that. So maybe this just needs to be a tiny bit longer. Let's see what happens like that. Perfect. I'll just watch it once more because I'm convinced that it doesn't need all that track on the other end, so I think that's about right. Oh, maybe it does need all that track. So perfect. That is decent enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build another one of these that's synchronized with it. So if we just go back to our coasters, but that I believe should work out. In fact, no, it doesn't. It's the complete wrong way around. So we need to switch it around and we also need to do the station, the complete reverse. And that should be pretty much spot on. I think that is exactly the same. And that's the trick here, getting these exactly the same. That's about right. Now I probably should have done the other coaster here with snapping, because this is going to be really difficult to get it exactly the same. I mean, I don't mind if they're not absolutely perfect, as long as to the eye they look relatively good. Like they match to a reasonable degree. So I think that is close enough. So let's do a quick test on this one. Looking good. Okay, keep going. Not off the end, and then back through the station and resting at the station. Perfect. So we're just going to create a coaster chain, which is that one and that one. Trident 1 and Trident 5. We'll confirm that. And then we'll watch them run in tandem. So that should happen right now. See, I did change the lift speeds and things on this one. 19. Come on. And 2. Oh, that is absolutely the dog's bollocks. Fantastic. So, yeah, that's good, that's good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, I'm just going to pause the simulation there. We're going to actually work on a bit around this, just give it some theming and do a building and stuff. Like I said, it's going to be part of the fantasy area. So I'm thinking a great big castle, that sort of thing, as the actual station. So we'll place our entrance and exit. In fact, I would rather those were the other way around. Because the exit's always better in the middle, because it means there's not as far for guests to travel in order to actually get on and off the coasters. And then we need to do it the same on the other side as well, just for efficiency. I feel like it shouldn't be too closed in, so I'll just mark the corners of the buildings with these solid walls. Perfect. So that's the base of our building, and then we'll use maybe an archway to sort of create open parts of this as well. However, I don't like the way that interacts with this, so I'm going to use a trim. Or is it a trim? Or is it a piece of column or wall decoration? It's a wall decoration, there it is. So just advance move that, flip it like such, and then manually just position it very carefully just so it matches. So we get it to match like that. Like so. Create another one, get it to line up just there. Perfect. So a little tip here is when you can't select, so I'm trying to select that decoration there that continues the column down, but I can't because these are in the way. So what you can do is, if you select that one, delete it, and that one, then you select that one so it's highlighted, and then do Control Z to undo. So you do that twice, and that is still selected. So normally I wouldn't be able to select that because those are in the way, but you use that little trick and you can do it. So I now press Control X, sorry, to duplicate that, and that will give me another piece which I can then rotate, and then I can move it so it matches up there. So I've now got the other piece there, and then I'll just do the same thing again, and because these pieces aren't gridded but this one is, so I'll undo deleting those. Now when I Control Z to duplicate that, sorry, Control D to duplicate that, it will give me that entire piece as a gridded piece. So I can now Control D and move these along and add them to the rest of the building. And there we have it. So that is the all the arches done and such on the bottom of this. It's a good sort of foundation for our building. I still need to do a hell of a lot of work here, but I am at this point going to cut to a time lapse. I just noticed I missed one there, but that's fine, that's fine. That's no biggie. We'll just do that same trick once more. So Control Z, and then we'll drag that over. That is pretty good. So yeah, gonna go to a time lapse now, and I'm gonna do some more work on this building, and I'll see you in just a few moments.
You're kidding. Little punk tries to throw me off a train. We get into a fight and he falls off. Cops ask me why I did a thing like that. I tell them why. For 3 hours I tell them why. They don't believe me. We get into a fight and he falls off. Cops ask me why I did a thing like that. I tell them why. For 3 hours I tell them why. They don't believe me.
from the time lapse. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with all that, and we did actually get 2 more achievements or challenges. Are they achievements or are they challenges? I don't know. Anyway, we did one where it's build a coaster with biggest drop at least 40 meters, so we get $1,000 for that. And the other one was achieve part rating of 4,400 and another $1,000 for that. You know, those are $1,000 that we really need when we have a balance of $500,000. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how that looks. It looks pretty damn good. It does need a little bit of refining and a little bit more detailing in the surrounding area. I'm not 100% on what to do with this path coming off here. My initial idea was a sort of plaza here with some buildings around it that kind of allow people to look onto the ride whilst they maybe eat and such. With regards to this path coming off the back with the bridge, absolutely no idea whatsoever. I might just get rid of that altogether, maybe do like a little pier type thing. However, I have decided that because this is now here, I think it's definitely time to move this station from here to here, so that that kind of serves both the wood area and the fantasy area both at the same time. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll probably have had that done by the next episode. The other thing is that I feel like perhaps this is a little bit segregated from the rest of the park. This building here, like this little food plaza with the shops and then the ride on the back of it, just kind of gets in the way of this looking. I don't really know what to do about that. If you've got any ideas or suggestions, please let me know in the comments section. Something that I probably have neglected to mention is last week I participated in a community build park, Subland Park, over on Mott Games. I'd just like to say thank you very much to Mott Games and the rest of his team for allowing me to participate in that. The video went up last week. I know some of you are new subscribers as a result of seeing that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd like to give a massive shout out to Mott. If you haven't already seen the video, there's a link down in the description. Go check it out. The park is looking absolutely fantastic. I did a little pirate themed area just because that was the most comfortable thing I felt I could do at the time. So yeah, go check it out, link in the description. Absolutely fantastic series, some really talented creators participating in that. But that is about it for this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. It does let me know what you do and don't enjoy, so don't feel bad about hitting a thumbs down if you didn't enjoy it. Just leave me a comment and let me know what you thought, and if you have any suggestions, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you for now.
Rockin' and a rollin' and a rollin' and a rockin' the record.